Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, March 23rd, I think it is. I have 4 cats, so there's a high possibility that during this video, a cat will either walk across the camera or one will talk to me. So we'll see how this goes. But today, I felt really led to read some of Matthew with y'all. So I guess we're going to do that. I've already spent my morning with God, prayed, journaled, um, got a little distracted. Definitely was not perfect. Don't worry, God and I have been talking about that. But right now, I'm sitting with one of my windows in my office wide open, and I have the perfect view of the sunrise. My goal is to make this part of my morning routine, just like spending time with God and watching the sunrise. I haven't got myself outside yet to do that. My allergies are really bad, but anyway, this will suffice. This is it's a big window and it's perfect shot of the sunrise. So you are going to maybe not see the sunrise, but it will gradually get lighter in here as the sun rises. Okay. Also, got my mic. Very excited about this. So I kind of want to hold it because I think it will give the best volume, I guess, of my voice. So that's what we're doing. But anyway, I don't think I have read Matthew in its fullest. Last year, I was going to do the Bible in a year challenge, and I got through most of the Old Testament, and then I got distracted, and it just didn't happen, and then I went off course for a bit. So that's just the truth. But I don't think I've ever read the book of Matthew. I mean, I've read parts of it, of course, but I don't think I've read it in full. So I guess I'll just read maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple chapters and just see what happens. So this is new to me. I can already see there's a bunch of names that I don't know how to say. There's some genealogy here at the beginning of Matthew. Also, when I read, I am one to like maybe reread something if I don't understand it. I also ask questions, so that's just the kind of reader I am. That's how I comprehend. Um, but yeah, okay, I guess we can get started. I have been reading Revelation here lately. I don't know. I just kind of I want to read the Gospels, I think. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But Revelation, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting journey going through that book. I will come back to that. I think I stopped on Revelation 10, but I'm rambling too much. Let's just start with Matthew. Here we go. And this version is the NIV version. Matthew 1. The genealogy of Jesus the Messiah. This is the genealogy of Jesus the Messiah, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar, Perez the father of Hezron. Guys, I'm probably going to not say these right, but it's fine. Hezron the father of Ram, Ram the father of Amminadab, Amminadab, Amminadab the father of Nahshon, Nahshon the father of Salmon, Salmon, Salmon. We're going to say salmon because that's how you spell salmon. Salmon the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab. Boaz the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth. Obed the father of Jesse, and Jesse the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife. Solomon the father of Rehoboam the father of Abiah the father of Asa, Asa the father of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat the father of Jehoram the father of Uzziah, Uzziah the father of Jotham, Jotham the father of Ahaz, Ahaz the father of Hezekiah, Hezekiah the father of Manasseh the father of Amon, Amon the father of Josiah, and Josiah the father of Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of the exile to Babylon. I have struggled with reading genealogy in the Bible because one, it's a lot of names that I don't know. I don't know who a lot of them are, and I don't know how to say them. So I think in the past I have wanted to skip over them because it's just complicated. And I didn't really see a purpose. Like, why are they sharing this? But I heard something recently. It might have been Alios podcast where it's like even the genealogy has a purpose. There's a reason for it. It's important. So we shouldn't really skip over it. There is meaning behind it. So we are getting to the genealogy of Jesus, right? We stopped at Josiah, the father of Jeconiah. After the exile to Babylon, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel, the father of Zerubbabel, the father of Abihud, the father of Eliakim, the father of Azor, the father of Zadok, the father of Achim, the father of Elihud, the father of Eleazar, the father of Mathan, the father of Jacob, and Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, and Mary was the mother of Jesus, who is called the Messiah. Thus, there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David, 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and the 14 from the exile to the Messiah. Okay, so now we know the reason behind the genealogy at the beginning of Matthew because it shows how God's promise of, Abraham's lineage would eventually lead to Jesus the Messiah. So that makes sense. We're seeing from Abraham all the way down through the generations to Jesus. Cool. So we're still in Matthew 1. Joseph accepts Jesus as his son. This is how the birth of Jesus the Messiah came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law, and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. He was like, how is she pregnant? Not my child. Like, we haven't done anything. But he was like, how could she possibly be pregnant? But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife. Ooh, I'm getting the chills. Because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. But he did not consummate their marriage until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. It's awesome. I think we're going to pause there. That was just Matthew 1. I'll read Matthew 2 and 3 probably in the next video. So that was just the genealogy of Jesus, his family tree, how the promise of Abraham and his family and all those generations to come after him led to Jesus. So that's why that genealogy is important. And then how Joseph was visited by an angel and said, don't give up on Mary because she's about to give birth to the Messiah, the one that will come and save the world of their sins, and he will be named Jesus. Awesome. Oh, I'm excited to read through Matthew. I'm really excited. So I will put my bookmark there. We'll read 2 and 3 in the next video. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I did not plan to record this today. I knew I wanted to read in Matthew, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like I needed to read it, and maybe somebody else will hear Matthew 1 for the first time today, and that would be really cool. If you watch this far, leave a comment below. What is your favorite book of the Bible? Or favorite verse? Gosh, if I had to pick. Today's verse of the day is really awesome. Psalm 42:1, and it says, as the deer pants for streams of water, my soul pants for you, my God. If there's anything I learned this weekend, it's that I cannot bear fruit without God, without doing my part to meet with him and read and pray and spend that intentional time with him. I really gave into my flesh this weekend and put him on the back burner. I prayed like in the car, which is fine, but I didn't make time for him like I have been here lately, like what's been keeping me on track and growing those fruits in my spirit. And so I saw the difference. I saw the difference of not, you know, spending that intentional time with him. I felt rotten, like really rotten. And I got angry this weekend. I was impatient. Just kind of working through that. And I'm praying that um, I can stay hungry. I really just want to stay hungry and on fire and curious and willing and intentional with my time. Getting up in the mornings, especially during the week, and just sitting here with him watching the sunrise. It makes the difference in my day. So I highly recommend that. Um, and I'm not a morning person at all. Haven't even had my coffee yet, which I'm about to. Yeah, God will meet you where you are. That is for sure. But it's really important that we're doing our part to meet with Him. Because if we don't, then we are lost. We are nothing without Him. We are rotten. And I felt that in my core this weekend, and I don't want to feel that way. So I'd rather be whole with Him and a woman that bears fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self control. Did I say them all? I hope so. Anyway, tomorrow we will read Matthew 2 through 3, I think. But thank you for joining me for Matthew 1, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.